You can't drop that kind of fire of Prometheus knowledge right before we hit start on a podcast. How do you not like Chick-fil-A?
It's not that good. I've had it. It's not that good. I'll take Cane's. I'll take our local brand of fucking Lee's. I mean, like, Popeyes might be beneath it. I'm not a big Popeyes fan.
Popeyes is definitely beneath it.
Popeyes is Gutterball.
Yeah,
Like, I just can't. I don't know. The actual chicken of Chick-fil-A is just
good.
If you want to call it that, but
It's good because it is.
I will stay with Coleman. I'm not the biggest fan of the chicken, but the fries, the waffle fries, I could eat those all damn day.
It's one thing if you just went, I just don't think it's quite as good as some people make it out to be, because some people do jerk it off. Like some people jerk off Cane's and make it sound like it's the best thing you've ever had. It's really good. It's not the best thing I've ever had. But you're just like, no, I don't. You're just like, oh, it's nah. If we're talking about in the same sentence as Lee's and Popeyes, I'm going to Chick-fil-A.
You haven't had Lee's though.
I have had Lee's, like the chain Lee's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've had it. It's not some secret fountain of youth hidden away.
They use a secret recipe though.
Yeah, like the Colonel's secret 11 herbs and spices, which are salt and pepper.
Fast food chains, it's like, for me, like 1 Cane's. And like, I mean, I haven't had Wingstop or anything, so I have no clue what that tastes like.
Wingstop's God tier.
It's goated.
But then,
It's so good.
like, 2 would probably have to be like, I mean, Chick-fil-A. Like, it's good. It's really good. But like, I do see a lot of like meat writers for it. Like, this is the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life. And then it's
Yeah,
like, I don't know about that.
yeah, exactly.
But like, that's where I stand. Like, yeah, the other ones kind of fall in between it. I don't really care the order because I don't really go to the other places. I mean, Lee's is there, but like, it's good. I think Cane's is better in my opinion, but like,
Yeah, I would put
It's
Cane's
just-
over those two.
it's just I think Chick-fil-A just gets a lot of meat writing from their
Mhm.
following.
Like overall, they have a really good menu because, like Herman brought up, like the waffle fries are exceptional. They are, I would say, that's the best fast food fry. Period. Barring like the only other thing really in the conversation for me is like McDonald's fries, which like aren't good, but they are, that little paradox of a meal.
Your brain's telling you this is disgusting,
Yeah.
but like, at the same time, they taste so fucking good.
Like the Chick-fil-A one's like, oh, this tastes like potato, and I eat McDonald's fries and I'm like, salt, which inherently makes things taste good.
I don't mind Arby's curly fries.
Those are good too.
Curly fries are pretty solid. I'd give them that.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, they have really good sauces for like dip options for the
Yes.
fries.
I like their
I
sauces.
see, but I'm a pretty big plain fry guy. Like when we went to Indianapolis and they brought out that platter of fries with all the fucking sauces, that was good. But I like a good plain fry. I just is that like just don't oversimplify it.
Like,
Don't get
like I can
Well,
get behind it.
complicated.
Like if I'm driving home, like after I go to like a drive-through and like I'm eating plain fries, I'm not gonna complain about it. Like I think I have to be in a mood to kind of be like, yeah, like it's gonna be good either way. But like I kind of like, oh, here's some dipping sauce. That I think that's gonna like elevate my experience.
Coleman doesn't even like salt in his fries. Purely plain.
No. I can get behind some salt. Good
He's
salt.
the guy who's
fries.
like, I have a life hack. If you go to the drive-thru and ask for fries with no salt, they have to make them fresh for you, and then you're the asshole in line holding up everything.
Don't be giving away my secrets.
Yeah, like I don't like dipping fries. Like the only thing, like I would rather do plain than ketchup because I don't know. Like I think I've kind of like grown beyond ketchup. For a
There's
lot of
someone in our group that hasn't. Who's
I
not
know.
Here.
I just like it's fine. I won't be like ooh ketchup. Oh, but I will never seek it out in my life. I don't put it
That
on
spicy
hot dog.
ketchup, I can get behind. Like
Yeah, if
like
you
as Coleman
elevate
was
it.
talking, that platter of fries they had like a spicy ketchup. That was pretty goated.
Yeah, if you're putting other ingredients in there other than vinegar and tomatoes, I'm sure it's pretty good. Like,
Speaking of tomatoes, I think Andrew already knows where I'm going to go with this.
not a clue.
Jarrett and his refined taste of
Oh my
Bloody
like,
Marys.
Oh,
Disgusting.
brother. Doesn't come from the guy who hasn't eaten chili, or says I don't like beans. They
I don't like
taste good."
beans.
Yeah, see that now that's weird too. Like, do you eat like Mexican like refried beans?
On occasion.
Heck no.
That's the one I'm like hit or miss on because like good refried beans, I'm like, nice.
It
But if
depends
like
on where it's
from
from.
the can,
It depends on where it's from.
Like we go to Casa, are you getting refried? Are you getting the beans? You eating the beans?
No, I'm getting my Asada fries.
That's fair, but the beans there are still fine. I mean,
I would definitely get the beans. Like it has to be from like an authentic Mexican place or just anywhere that isn't the school cafeteria lunchroom, because every fucking day when they serve that shit, it's like, this looks like it just came out of somewhere where beans don't come from.
you mean the GFS can and it retained the shape like the cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving?
Speaking
Yes.
of canned goods, Jarrett brought in a nice can of octopus squid.
No, I don't want to hear about this one again.
It was smoked octopus, and it was pretty damn good for being from like what 99 or something like that.
I thought that was way. I thought it was.
It wasn't as far back as you think.
Oh, I thought it was from Nam.
What
Era.
expired in 99, which means it was canned in 42.
Oh, for if only my grandpa would have had some leftover sea rations or something, we could have had some of that.
Then you would have had a real good time.
He straight up, like when he was in Nam, he was like, like when we were there, they were giving us K rations from fucking World War II, and he said it was probably the worst shit he's ever had in his life.
That's what we'll do for like a subscriber special. We'll get a bunch of us together and we're gonna we'll do like a nice little platter sampling of foods, but it only comes from MREs, and just see how well that goes.
I have somewhere. I hope my brother didn't take them. I have a shit ton of MREs.
Right from your time in Desert Storm.
No, from Alaska. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this. Maybe I should. I don't give a shit. The army was there before us, doing whatever, fuck all, doing nothing. And long story short, they like left a bunch of MREs and shit, and we took so much, it's not even funny.
I mean, if they left them, I mean, I feel like that was the implied use.
One would
when you say left, what do you mean by that? Like, were they just on a
they
table?
left
You're like,
boxes. Yeah, they left boxes of these motherfucking things.
Cole just picked up a 500-pound fucking pallet on his back and got on the C-130 home.
I wish.
Cole proved he was forklift certified and just lifted it onto that little ferry, and then that's when he was having that conversation about so and so being fat or whatever and drinking Diet Coke.
You drink Diet Coke, you're fat.
He's just sitting there behind the wheel of a forklift, like, "How you doing?" Yes, that guy's fat as shit.
Coleman, I can't wait for there to come a day where you're drinking Diet Dr. Pepper.
I can't foresee that day in the immediate future. Not gonna lie to you.
Cole's gonna become the biggest like just word spreader for Diet Coke when he gets sponsored by them. He'll be like, "You are in fact not fat when you drink Diet Coke.
It makes you
are
cool.
In fact you're very cool and healthy." When wearing a crop top and jorts with aviators.
Yeah, but Cole dresses like that now.
The only thing he's missing is a mullet.
One of these days, I'm gonna get one.
Just do it. You should have grow your hair out. You're fine.
You guys will rue the day.
So with Halloween coming up, are there any like spooky game modes on some video games you guys are looking forward to playing again?
No.
No? None?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not even Doctor's Curse on Siege?
No. You guys were more into that than I was.
Yeah, because
we gotta play
with fucking issues. Because like literally, it took them like 5 days to fix the fact that if they all camped in that one room, it was impossible to beat them.
Yeah, and guess what? They just found a different room.
Yeah, exactly. It's all you can do because you designed a fucking horrible mode.
They're just like, "Oh no, this can't be. We blocked off this room. How are they figuring it out?"
The event mode should almost always either be like respawn modes or free for all modes, because inherently those will help deal with the fact of camping. Because obviously, if you can respawn, it's not the end of the world. If there's like an objective, like not the whatchamacallit, what's the outbreak one, not that, because that was horrible too for Siege.
I don't even remember what it is, to be honest.
But yeah, the one for Extraction, and they're like, "Ooh, look, it's scary," and I'm like, "Yeah, this sucks." But not doing 5v5. And oh look, who got defense first? They win. Like,
What
For
about
real.
Rainbow's Magic?
they didn't even do that event this year, did they?
No.
Not this year.
Yeah, I something
No,
told me
they-
that was not coming back.
They need to like do more with like I think I remember there's I think it was the Christmas event where I think it was kind of more
more?
of like a free for all kind of thing. I think there might have been teams, I can't remember. It's been a hot minute, but
Pretty sure it was a team-based like snowball fight.
okay.
Pretty sure that I invented that. If I did, I copyright it. Trademark, copyright.
Blame now. I want to say probably my favorite game event was the For Honor lightsaber event
Oh yeah, that's cool.
for like
You
Star
did that?
Wars. Yeah, that was it was fun to do.
Still
Mine
sucked.
was the cowboy game mode.
I vaguely remember that one.
It was really fun.
It was so good, and then they never brought it back.
Because it
Like,
wasn't
ever.
as good as you think.
No, it was peak.
I would still
Between that
rather
and-
see that rotate in than just having the arcade full of like, oh look, it's TDM on a small map. That's fun.
Yeah.
I'd rather see one of
Yes.
those come in, like rotate those every week or something.
Between that and or like just bringing back, the actual like outbreak or infection, whatever it was called.
But Jared, they made a
Like-
whole game. You can play that
See,
whenever
like
you
that
want.
was, that was their whole. They could have just saved so much money and so much of their time if they would have just said, "Hey, even though I don't like the COD launcher that much, I'm not as big fan because they did it in the most inefficient way possible. But they should have just been, hey, here's Siege, the tactical mode. Here's also the other side of Siege where you can choose one of these modes and play it."
Battlefield did that. They have like technically a hub that you can switch to any game if you
Yeah,
own it
The
digitally.
portal.
Battlefield and COD. Hopefully with COD, with Black Ops 6, hopefully, being good. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully that'll like kind of kick Battlefield's gear or ass into gear to make an actual good Battlefront or Battlefield again.
No. Counterpoint. They don't do that. They make another mediocre game where there's no evolution, or they do too much evolution. They can only do one or the other. They either keep it the exact same to the point where it feels like you're playing the same game again, but you don't have the nostalgia for the current game like you did the last one, so you inherently dislike the one you're currently playing. Or you try to change too much stuff. You basically make it a hero shooter with on-the-fly attachment swaps.
Hey, we both thought that was going to be cool.
The attachment
Let
swap
me
I said
pull-
was cool, but like not for a Battlefield game.
Let me pull my ACOG out from my ass.
Like I don't mind the idea of like, ooh, okay, let me like do like hybrid site stuff or like screwing on a suppressor. I think that's completely fine. But like, other than like if there were like workbenches around the battlefield where you would do that real quick, like switch to extended mag, something like that I could see working actually pretty well, or make that like a new role, because that's what they should have done instead of doing like the hero class operator things. They should have added a new role to Battlefield instead, to where squads could be a little bit more unique. All things considered, that and I think they need a new game mode in Battlefield really bad. But
Yep. Hey, we live in a different time of gaming where supposedly the single player experience is not as important, and all multiplayer shooter games need to have a battle pass and just be a carbon copy of Warzone.
unfortunately, kind of true. I won't jump on the battle pass hate, because again, I get the idea that they are good when done correctly. I don't mind them.
And for free-to-play games.
Free to play games, they can be as egregious as they want, because you didn't spend anything to get into the door. So for me, until I spend $60, I don't even think about it, realistically speaking. Like, because then I've bought a game at that point. Then I will start to look at, okay, is this cost effective? Does this make sense for me to still pay and whatnot? Whatever. But when you have a game that's like, oh, this is perfect, and then you just cram a battle pass that is super offensive price-wise, lackluster content, whatever, that's horrible. Look at what Apex is going to do, where they were going to make it to where each season had 2 battle passes, and you couldn't use the rollover currency to pay for the next battle pass. You had to spend a real $10 each time. And I'm like,
That's just wild.
you guys are dumb. Like, you guys are actually stupid. And I know we know that it's EA, but
Yeah. EA is the paragon of what a video game company should do for every situation.
It's
If it
just a
doesn't
kid who
break
never got
records,
hit.
cancel it.
That's all EA
Oh.
is. EA's a kid who never got beat.
Oh, we made $10 short of our goal. Fail.
Shoot it in the head. Like,
There's one criticism about it online that's genuine. Just shoot it in the back of the head. It's over. You know, we failed.
like
There's no more we can do.
there are concepts in recent games that they've published. You know, obviously EA is the publisher, not the developer. So I get there are issues at both levels depending on where you're looking at. Like Andromeda had some things that probably could have been fixed. Anthem conceptually makes sense for them to have tried to save because I mean it's a cool idea to be like, ooh, you pick a suit of armor. There's one of 3 types. We could have added more types in the future. You're gonna go complete these, things. You're gonna do all stuff. They let you fly around and stuff. Yeah, but then he didn't let them do the cool things. Literally just remove those limitations that were stopping you from feeling cool. People would have played that game. Like not having the ceiling of the map be like 10 feet off the ground.
Michael, how you doing?
Here. I don't get into the political aspect, not even the political. I
I was
don't
like, what are you talking about?
the nah, goddamn. Hold on. I'm stumping.
I was like,
I'm
I was
stumping.
like, no politics, no politics.
Okay, yes, I am tired of fucking politics. Don't get me wrong. I've talked about that multiple times today. I'm like, I'm
Who you
so
voting
tired
for?
of
No, we're not getting into that.
Kanye
Who are you voting
West. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
That's a bad answer.
He is not. He is not endorsed by the Odd Horizons podcast.
No one is.
I want to endorse someone. Can we endorse Macho Man?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, what were you trying to say? Give us the broad overview of what you're trying. Don't go into specifics because we know
I
big
don't
words
get-
don't.
I know.
work well.
I don't get into the publishers nearly as much as you guys do. Like, yeah, I know like Ubisoft and I know Rockstar and I know like some of the big name publishers, but like in terms of who makes what, I couldn't tell you much.
Well, I
Like, I just
believe you
don't-
because you listed 2 developers there.
I'm saying like I don't really pay attention to this stuff. I play a game. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not really gonna blame publishers if it's bad. I'm not gonna really give them support if it's good. It's a good game. I'm just
Right.
here to observe.
But
Just here
like
to observe.
there are times where you can go, what happened here? Oh, this developer dropped the ball or this publisher or whatever. Because like, I mean, people were quick to go like, oh, the reason why Redfall failed is because Microsoft bought them. You look at that game and tell me it went on a different platform and all of a sudden people would have liked it.
No, I think you're right. I just
Like, that game was
100%.
hot garbage at the
Hey,
dev
hey,
level.
man.
Like,
I can imagine that boardroom like Phil Spencer is like, oh boy, we bought Bethesda. What's it looking like? And he looks under the hood and he sees Redfall just fucking melting the engine block, and he's like, all right,
oh,
all right.
fucking Arcane did that and they just tried to quickly like bury it and they're like, you know what? These are the guys who made Dishonored. Let's put that in the front of every trailer, like from the people who brought you Dishonored. And it's like, right.
Yes.
The first game was fine, and then the other 2 were not. Like,
I
I
liked
think-
2 well enough. It wasn't terrible. Like
I
I
haven't
definitely
played
like
much
1 the
too.
first, but Death of the Outsider was kind of like, why? Why'd you make this a separate game?
it was horrible. It was again a DLC that got too big, and they go full release. Never works. I will die on this hill. Very rarely does it work. Like it is like 1 in 10. That's about the stat line for that one.
You won't understand it. Mirage was so much better.
Huh?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but that actually
Bro, you haven't
felt
even
like an
played
actual
Mirage,
game.
though.
I have.
You played 5 minutes of it, or like, oh,
Yeah, and I realized Assassin's Creed games aren't for me anymore.
You also made yourself
you
play
would-
through all of Valhalla.
I enjoyed Valhalla.
Mm-mm.
I did.
See, I mean,
You could say as much as you want. I
it was
enjoyed
fun.
it.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
it was a fun game, but like, I mean, still, it's kind of like it's the problem with, those games not really technically being Assassin's Creed games. Like, their narrative set during a cool time, sure, but it's not really like oh boy, I'm an assassin and my blade will kill you if I stab you once and it's over. You don't pass go, you're dead. No, it's I'm gonna stab you, and you're gonna lose like maybe a tenth of your health, and then you're gonna slowly watch the light drain from your eyes as the guy's shield comes at you, and you're like, oh well, I'm done.
Now, here's a cool idea. We'll test this for an On Horizon video. Let's see how many times it takes to stab Jarrett before he dies.
No, Jarrett has another role, and it's teaching Skippy how to ride a bike.
You're right. We do need to do that one.
That's definitely has to happen.
Yeah, we'll teach Skippy how to ride a bike. I feel like there's another one we talked about too.
Every time Skippy falls down, Jarrett takes another shot of alcohol.
And then throws an empty beer bottle at his head.
God damn it, Skippy! Put the pedal in gear! Hurry up!
Put it
Is he
in gear.
driving a bike?
Jarrett's teaching him how to ride a moped.
You guys do know that mountain bikes have gears, right?
Yes, I know. It was just funny to be like, put it in gear like you're going to train him on a mountain bike.
He might. You never know.
He doesn't know how to ride a regular one. He needs it to where the brakes happen when you pedal backwards.
We'll use the Odd Horizons budget and get the pinkest
What budget?
princessy
You mean
budget
my
by
money?
You
a
making
generous
money?
a generous donation from the Coleman Bigelow Foundation.
Don't worry, I charge 50% interest every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarrett, that he has your credit card information, by the way, so he's charging you.
As long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's all I can say.
I can go out and buy a princess bike for $70. I'd be okay with it.
Coming for the guy.
shit.
Every couple of days I hear Jarrett go, yeah, I need to be more financially responsible. I need to stop spending.
So what if I
as much
start
as I
buying
have been."
this stuff?
What if I bought a pink bike for $70?
Little trip
That's
is
fine.
not going to be very good for that theory.
Hey, gotta go there to get money.
I understand this, but the trip is
Gotta
not
go.
going to be good for our pocketbooks.
Oh,
Depends on what you
no.
buy.
Yeah, what are you looking to buy, Cole?
He's got to fund his big boy purchase.
Of
Yeah, it's like, finish, please.
Of the four walls around a foundation and a big roof on top.
You can use the word. You already doxed him. You already said his full legal name. I don't know why you're gatekeeping the word house.
no one else
I'm
can say the word
mysterious.
house other than me.
It's proprietary.
I
All right,
trademarked it.
Jarrett. It's all right.
No, it's not. Don't try to make it seem like it is.
He's just a man trying to make his way through the world. He's trying to buy 3 swords here in about a week's time.
Pretty much. No, like I mean, most of my money is gonna be spent on alcohol at that place, 100%,
It's fair.
and the big turkey leg.
Definitely am looking forward to the turkey leg. That and the Guinness dog. So good.
And
I
Cole's
think
gonna
Jarrett,
have 10 beers or 10 drinks while we're there.
I hope so.
I'm gonna have to carry him out this time.
Ooh. Let's calm down here a little bit. Calm down.
Oh, yeah. Well, as long as someone doesn't get afraid that we'll have to walk on train tracks this time, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, Jarrett.
First of all, I was walking on train tracks in Hey Dudes, and you guys, I'm wearing boots and I'm wearing fucking sneakers and shit. You know, I'm fine.
Doesn't matter.
You act like you're walking barefoot down tracks.
Well, my luck, I'd end up fucking, oh shit, there's a nail. Oh, it's through my foot. Oh, well.
But you act like they're wearing like these like impervious like metal
Jarrett,
shoes.
I was screwed too. I'd be screwed too. Coleman's the only one that would have been fine.
You're both fine. You have your tetanus shot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You mean Tetris?
Nope.
not at all what we meant.
Oh.
Yeah, you had your shot. You're fine. You yank it out and keep moving. Pour alcohol on it and cry. Like,
And
is
they
that
get
hard?
jaundice.
That's not how that works.
What's it called? Lockjaw, whatever.
If you have a tetanus shot, you won't get lockjaw. That's why
I
they
would-
give it.
I would be the first human to get super lockjaw.
What does that mean?
We don't need to talk to him anymore.
I'm gonna have super lockjaw because I took a tetanus shot and then I ripped a nail out. Oh, I got jaundice.
Look, just leave little Jared alone. Leave poor Jared alone.
Look. I stayed up late. I got like 4 hours of sleep.
Whose fault is that? On either of them.
It's mine.
Yeah.
Well, that's why my brain's slow.
For the record, jaundice is the thing that makes people like turn yellow when their internals start failing.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I always thought it had to do with like just your body locking up.
I mean, in a way, it's slowing down because it's coming to a stop. Like
But yeah,
We are not medical professionals.
I am.
I know
Authorized
the
to do
inner
for
working.
malpractice.
I am a liver professional. I am an expert when it comes to punishing my liver.
Yeah, we train till failure, and I've seen someone play Surgeon Simulator at least 90 times, so I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that
I
group
played.
no longer exists anymore.
I'm aware. I know.
I know exactly what group of videos you're talking about too.
Perhaps.
A certain Play Pals.
I've replaced over 100 digital knees. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, I spent a lot of time as a kid and like computer access playing on. Do you guys ever go on like Ed Heads as a kid? You remember that?
I've never heard of it. To be
It
honest.
was like a website where it'd be like, ooh, like kind of like sort of educational games, but mainly games. But they would like let you like perform brain surgery, and I'm like, I know how to do it. Shave the head, put the iodine on, cut that fucker's skull.
I
open.
think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I knew someone
I-
had to.
Yes,
Like-
I know exactly what you're talking about. It kind of
unfortunately
grossed me
did not.
out as a kid, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
like-
no. It was mainly like the
Like, if it-
sounds.
Like if that's where that knee simulator was, then yes, I was.
Yes.
Yes, I
Almost
was there.
200%. Yeah, it was like knee surgery, brain surgery. I think there was like an ocular one, and then something else, maybe like tibia or something like that.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh.
And I really like hanging out because when you're like you had to go on one of these fun websites to get we got like a list of 4. It was like cool math games.
Oh,
Ed
I
Heads
know
and some
all
other
about
ones.
cool math games. Play
Yeah.
Balloons
I
Tower
don't know,
Defense.
Man.
Yeah,
I tried to
exactly.
log on to Cool Math today.
Everyone who went to cool math games ended up playing a game that didn't involve math. Like
Yeah,
at
yes.
all.
I remember a time my teacher's like, hey, that doesn't look like math, and I'm like, well, I'm learning how to budget. Because if I save up enough money, I can buy the Super Monkey that costs $3,400.
And then the teacher goes, "What'd you call me?"
No, not you. The item.
No, or just. Oh man, there was a game, or no, I think it was called Bloxors or something like that, and it was like the rectangular prism,
Two blocks.
and it.
No.
I think
Jarrett's
there's-
right. It's called blocks. It's like where you have to rotate a specific way to get into the hole.
Yeah. Okay. The
Yeah.
thing I'm thinking of is the same thing, but it's a different version of it. But yeah.
Anyways, we know what we're talking about. Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just remember. Oh yeah, I'm playing with these
That's-
geometric shapes, and then
that's
my
what I
math
did.
teacher just kind of look at me like, "I'm watching you."
He's like, "You're
Like,
right
what
on
do
the
you mean?
line." Like,
It's the American Dad meme. He's just like, "We're that close. You're really close."
yeah, because like that was literally the game I was waiting to bring it up because there was nothing about that was like remote. I mean, other than it was like a strategy game. I guess in that way it was educational because like you had to perfectly line up to get like that amount of side or like whatever that side onto that end zone, which meant a lot of times you'd have to go all the way towards it and then backtrack and then do like a 180 and then go back again. And that typically got you through the level.
What about
Mhm.
there was one game where you were like a small ball and you had to like rotate the map to get into like the circle to complete the level.
Yes. God damn it.
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what it's called.
That game has nothing to do with math once again, but I played it a lot, and professor or teachers are like, "That's not math," and I'm like, "Well, I'm using physics to try to." And me being like a 4th grader, I'm using physics to try to get the ball in the other circle.
And then they looked at you and said, "Spell physics."
Oh, I don't know. At that point, I didn't know. Hell, I don't even know if I can do it now. Let's be honest.
Authorizes drunken spelling bee.
That would be
Oh
funny.
god.
But we're going 31 minutes, or roughly, depending on how.
Have we really? Has it been going
Yeah.
that long already?
Yeah,
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I think we wrap up good old 35 with
Yeah.
a bit of nostalgic cool math games.
And now it's plagued with ads.
I haven't been on
We're
it.
blasted.
But yeah, episode 35 with Cole. Jarrett, Andrew, myself, Marvin. We're here. We'll see you next time.